Yo, 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 happy Monday. It is March 2nd. It is time for Live with Lindy. Hit that like button as we get going here. This is now going to be, six consecutive days of streaming, putting this together for the people, for the pick and people specifically, but I'm always working for the Lindy and Friends Discord, around the clock, nonstop, and in the cases when your 8-month pregnant wife is just extremely uncomfortable and kicks you out of the bed at like 2 a.m., well, you end up doing even more work. And then you look tired as fuck like this, and you're wearing the same shirt from yesterday because you don't give a shit. And now, well, it doesn't really matter to me because we got Jaylen Brown ruled out. Neemias Queta also ruled out. I didn't have Vooch on the old bingo card for today, but I surely night before had a lot of goodness. If you head over to Tails, you have an opportunity to take a look at everything that I fired up here. Obviously, I have my own premium package. Ooh, look at me. Posted an MLB play. We'll get ourselves into that. Can I get some fires on those? I don't know what's going on with that at the moment. But last night, VIP only. Well, actually, this morning, VIP only. Kevin Durant, 24.5. That dipped a little bit, which I'm not terribly surprised about. I think everybody's just always going to be worried about blowout when it comes to this spot. But Houston with no Jabari Smith. I'm feeling pretty good about Kevin Durant out there at 24.5. Peyton Pritchard, 5.5. Brandon Pajemski, 15.5, pretty low. Obviously, I have no problem taking unders. I think I end up on more overs purely from the projection standpoint for a couple of different reasons. Plus, news can benefit you throughout the day. And woke up to a W from my guy, J Metal K, who's in the Discord right now. I really appreciate him because, well, I could only get $10 on it because that's all Pick 6 would let me do. I think it's all it let him do as well. But what a great... this dude in e-games, esports, just fuck off, man. You're so damn good. You're so damn good at it. Give my guy J Metal K a follow. Obviously, he has more than 0. That's what happens when it gets retweeted. 1.8K followers on Tails. So it'd make me happy if you got to 2K this week. He deserves it. E-games, you want to wake up to more money? That's nice. It's a really fun habit. But last night, posted these. Got the day going. Obviously, I've been putting together like 10, 15 type $10, $5 cards, building them here on this program. Good way to get a couple $100 down, and then also be able to know that with these changes over on Underdog, you're in a great situation. And I know PrizePicks people, they need love too. Plus, you can get lines that you can't get other places. And so when the edge makes sense, it makes sense. But like Shireman and Pritchard together, man, Kyle Filipowski. Then we just took the Kyle Filipowski and Shireman together here. I might know what I'm doing. That's what she said. Coffee is good. Coffee is grand. I need more of it in my hand. We've got ourselves an awesome day of betting ahead of us. I know it's only 4 games in the NBA streets, but didn't hockey just fucking start? Is that real? About to start? What do they do in Nashville? They don't work. Go to the bar on a Monday, watch hockey. That's what they do. Is it like a national holiday? Is it like the Boston Marathon baseball game? Why is there hockey starting at 2:00 on a Monday? Kids have school. What are we doing? What are we actually doing? Oh. Don't tempt me with a good time. Yeah, that was easy. You're so good, J Metal K. And yeah, Tanera, thank you so much. Love you too. I haven't showered in a day. That's not attractive, I bet. Milwaukee spread. Yeah, no, if you got a Milwaukee spread, just Yahtzee. But you know what? I ended up on some good things overall. Had a couple of bets too. I was able to get down last night. And then this morning, I fired up the Pritchard play on its lonesome. So overall, I am staring down the barrel of a 45. Actually, I'm not. I'm just really, really happy. So just thought I'd brag about CLV quick. But don't forget, we also got baseball season upon us. And I fired this up for everybody, and it got bumped immediately. But that's cool. That tends to happen in baseball and also markets that don't get untapped. But we'll just say it's because of my baseball acumen. Broke this down for the people as we came in. MLB Underdog spring training. Sleet Ciccone, he's traditionally always been spam. We traditionally have a great opportunity for everybody in the MLB street where I give out a bunch of free stuff, but about 85% is going to be behind the paywall over the course of this MLB season. So it's a good time to take advantage and jump on in because spring trading stuff is going to keep rolling out. Wherever you can get it, there's some markets that are available in some books, some pick'em sites, some other places. We just try to do all the things, all the time. And that is promo code second half. Promo code second half, 50% off a month, less than $1 a day to be able to jump into the premium Discord where, if you were there, probably paid for itself today with Baylor Shireman, Peyton Pritchard. Those look like sex. Smell what the Rock is cooking? Oh yeah, $25. Jump on in. Water's warm. Oh, I should probably keep my overlay up, dipshit. All right. We've got ourselves a decent ensemble of things to bet on. We're going to go through the stochastic prop, which obviously is updating all the live long day. 10:43, our last update here. So we'll go through some of the ins and outs of what we got going in these streets. And obviously, always be careful when you see this because Jaylen Brown out, Neemias Queta out. We have to update our stuff. It's going to take a second. We're probably not going to want to take any of these unders that now are going to look completely nuclear and different. And yeah, Shireman's up to 10.5 points. Oh, baby doll. What a time to be alive. But yeah, we're going to go in. Let's go over yesterday first to that complete douchebag, that douche lord, that mush muffin that was out there trying to be a mush for the people. You can't hold me down. You can't bring me down. We got ourselves Daniel Zakongwu across with the Carter under. Love the Carter under. Talked about the Carter under at length. He had 2 points going into the fourth quarter, and I actually was kind of sweating because I was like, he might play the whole damn quarter. He played like 9 minutes of it, but very useful to play less than 15. Russell Westbrook did his Russell Westbrook things against his former crew. And then we got this one across, so that was Yahtzee on this one. Had a lot of $1 cards. Again, I'm experimenting with some stuff that I think is going to be very effective for you. Just trying to do like some mass entry stuff with like a bunch of cards, but threw this one out for free over on Tails. That being DeJounte Murray, Maxime Reynaud. Had a couple of those. I had a couple more that I threw in on this. There they are. There's the other one. So that cashed for another 35. What else did we have? We had the 35 up top between the two of those. Had the McTavish and Reynaud one as well. That $10 one is somewhere buried here in the scripts of the earth. Maybe it's a little bit higher up because I put 10 on it. Just doesn't sound as good doing that way. But I mean, we got like made $150 and pick them without really breaking a sweat, going on stream for like an hour. That seems like a good way to live your life, right? Let's try to do that again today. Let's do that again today. So again, I don't want to just beat a dead horse, which again, why do people beat dead horses? That's weird. It's a weird way to live your life. I did take this for 5 because that was the top play in top play in NHL and NBA, but we got ourselves Shireman Filipowski, fired that up last night. $10. Again, we're just trying to fire like 5, 10, 0.1, 0.05 type unit plays on this program and get those in front of you so we can make money long term because we're going to. And then obviously talked about this. If you're looking to jump in, the water's still warm. Jamison Tyon, Corey Seager. That is live for those two. But we got a lot more to build out here on today's program. And I'm just going to kind of wait and see if we do get this updated throughout. I bet we get it updated over the course of this hour. We've got tons to get to. All right, let's catch up with Chad here quick before we start diving into some analysis. Shireman went from 11.5 to 15.5 on the Brown News, Lindy. Let's go. And I know Pete Shepard's on that train too. I've been on the Baylor Shireman. He's a South Dakota kid. Well, he's from Nebraska, but he played at South Dakota State, then went to Creighton, played for my Creighton. Why did I say that? It's a crouton? What am I doing? Creighton. I love that school. It will always have a special place in my heart. Rip, Sydney Jones. Love you. To my girl, my absolute girl. So Creighton, amazing place, Omaha, Nebraska. And he was awesome there. He's been awesome for the Boston Celtics. If you watched his plays yesterday, he got a lot of energy going here. Giannis only had 18.5 points on pick 16 and 19.5, 20.5. I have no idea what to make of Giannis. And we can make some informed decisions, but Doc Rivers hates us. Hates everybody. Hates absolute humanity. Hey, Lindy, love your jokes. How's Reed Shepard over 2.5 threes for a parlay piece? Oh, we shall get into that. I think he's kind of an interesting guy because his minutes are more secure than even my boy Durant today. And so lots of ways where I think Reed Shepard's going to make a lot of sense. Clintwood, 83. You're not late. You arrive. A wizard is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to. Peregrine Took. You shall not pass. Where the fuck is my brain today? This is what happens when I'm tired. Again, yeah, better get used to it. I am very aware. My wife she's like, you gotta go. I was like, you're snoring. And she's like, because she doesn't snore except for when she's 8 months pregnant, which is totally understandable, by the way. I love my wife. Let's get ourselves to some plays now here. I feel really good about what we've got already secured for value, but I think we can find ourselves a little bit more. Let's start with Darius Garland, because I think he's a very fascinating talking point. And I was doing a lot of research on the the Cleveland side of things. And yeah, obviously he plays for the Clippers now, but just looking at yesterday's game against New Orleans, boy, that fourth quarter escalated quickly. That whole second half just kind of went by the wayside. Really nice run to close out the half there, closed it at a 6-point game. And then the Clippers got down with their bad selves. And you did see at the very tail end of that one, a very dinged up John Collins. He goes to the locker room with a shoulder injury, but Kawhi Leonard, only 29 minutes. I know they've been very careful with him on the second leg of back-to-back, so it's impossible to project Kawhi for more than 32. But we're obviously talking about a guy in Darius Garland where whatever his minutes end up being, lower body injury for what it's worth, that's always something to keep in mind too. Because really, a lot of the work you're doing in the NBA is trying to identify minutes and range of outcomes. And dude, we're going to get so many minutes of Anthony Hield today. I can't even brace for impact. But left toe injury management. Status for next game, they said that he was going to play on this side of it. But now John Collins, I don't think anybody expects him to play. I'd be really, really surprised. And shout out Jordan Miller. What the fuck, dude? You went ballistic yesterday. Anybody else watch that game? Jordan Miller off the bench right here. He was good in those rotations. I think he had 9 points in a hard to score 9 points. And how do I do this? 9 points. There you go. You can see it on the screen. 9 points. -5 in that time. That's tough to do, actually. That's tough to do. But then he goes completely ballistic. 5 assists to close out the half there. With Chris Dunn out, there is kind of an angle, I think, for Jordan Miller assists. Not a great one. And again, there's going to be a lot of offerings that I'm not sure what we're going to get over at all the pick'em sites. I'm not sure what we're going to get elsewhere as well. But I am quite convinced that the market is higher on minutes for Darius Garland than I am. And what our projections at Stochastic are. Again, even if we take this up and move it here, this under 4.5, it still remains intact at like a 12% EV. So 24 minutes is kind of where I want him for today. And then we've got him even a little bit shorter of that. If Chris Dunn plays, I think they'll probably be comfortable with Darius Garland off the bench and just kind of limiting his minutes that way, potentially having him to be able to close. But I do want to point out that rebounds plus assists is one of my favorite plays so far today. We're not going to go crazy. We've had a couple of like $25. I do have a profit boost, I believe, don't I? Let me double check. Yeah. So I got a 50% profit boost. That's a real nice profit boost. I'm probably going to hold on to it until later in the night where we can attach it to something going on for tomorrow. I just think it'll have a little bit higher EV to it, but doesn't mean that we can't fire up and get some value here already, especially considering the payout changes. But Darius Garland, rebounds plus assists. If you go through and see some of my builders, because again, I am trying to put together like an optimizer type where we can kind of click, fire it up, click, fire it up. There's a couple in here that I really, really liked. Obviously, there's a bunch of hockey stuff that I don't even recognize. Just made up people in the world. There you go. Like the last thing I brought up before we came into this. And yeah, that Vooch one is completely dead now, for what it's worth. It looked good before. He is going to bash the shit out of that number, which is why it's a work in progress for the optimizer. We're working on things, but Darius Garland, once again, I think regardless of that news, we're probably in an advantageous spot here. 2.5, 4.5 at 7. Pretty inflated on the 4.5 assists. And the James Harden role, yeah, the Darius Garland isn't going to fill that entirely, but they're going to ask him to create a bunch. Kawhi should be out there as well. I'm just not sure that Darius Garland is going to have some exacta role. Plus, when you have on-ball guys like Kawhi Leonard, Benedict Mathurin, they don't need people to create for them. They really, 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 really don't. What happened? My wife just texted me. Woo! Funny stuff. Just funny stuff. Still taking Turner over 1.5 quarter rebounds. I hate Miles Turner. Like, I loved Miles Turner coming out of Texas. I was like, this is a big who shoots threes. And you saw him play really nicely at times with Tyrese Halliburton, but like overall, he is very dependent on the pieces around him, which is a little bit annoying to me. Just a little bit annoying, but just kind of working through this. Darius Garland, it's something identified in our props tool at Stochastic today. One of the better pick'em plays. In fact, best played at pick'em. I really like that element of this. Plus, -117 beats it from a true odds perspective. Pretty much everything that I like to see for a pick'em play is encapsulated by Darius Garland. So really it comes down to what do we want to attach him to? And I'm really trying to figure out what I'm missing here. I'm really trying to figure out what I'm missing here. And let me type in the NBA injury report and get that up in its fullest for you. Let's get to Utah. There we go. Don't want to scroll too far because we're going to fuck ourselves. Here we go. Correct me if I'm wrong, but every tall person in the state of Utah right now is out. Yusuf Nurkic, Lauri Markkanen, Kevin Love, Walker Kessler, Jaren Jackson. Vince Williams Jr. is taller for like a point guard type, but what am I missing? Out. Are they going to play Oscar Tshiebwe 24 minutes? Is that what the world is telling me today? Because I don't see how you take Kyle Filipowski for under 28 minutes. I really don't. Look at this team. Conchar, Harkless, how could you beat EJ Harkless? Bryce Sensabaugh, Isaiah Collier, Blake Hinson's a create a player max, NBA 2K 2026 or whatever the shit. What are we doing? What are we doing? You're breaking my heart, Ryan. Did you see us at the beginning? Don't go breaking my heart. I couldn't if I tried. Whoop. Again, it's preseason baseball. I do think this probably has a little bit higher edge, and I probably could have put 20 on it, but I think I've kind of made it a standardized thing. I want to take advantage of the boosts whenever they exist here, and if I haven't like gone through like a typical process, and again, there's unsuspecting things that happen all the time in NBA preseason and MLB for spring training. But I'm 99% of the time going to be shorting people in the preseason because the left tail is full of goodness. The right tail, like they're at bats. Like Seager's been struggling so far in preseason, and I always say preseason, in spring training. And maybe they want to get him a little bit more looks, but like he's so injured all the time that like 2 at bats against a reverse splits pitcher just had to be done. It's okay, Ryan. You're okay. I wasn't trying to go crazy. Got any promo codes for UD? I got something. I don't know what it is, but obviously I'm hoping that Underdog takes note of the fact that I'm doing a stream every single day for them and not even intentional. That'd be great. What is this thing? I think it's eLindy4, just like my screen name on DraftKings. Yep, it is. eLindy4. ELINDY4. Those are good things. Anyway, I've got my pick 'em calculator up here as well. 2-pick, 3-pick. Hopefully it doesn't make my computer spaz out today. But as you change the multipliers, it was like 1.06x for Slade Ciccone. We were getting not for Slade Ciccone, for Jamison Tyone for his under. Basically even money proposition that a guy who has an 18.5% K rate against Cincy, and trust me, Cincy has strikeouts at the top of that lineup. It was Sal Stewart batting 4th, strikeout nonstop. Spencer Steers batting 5th, not great. Matt McClain, the worst of the worst of the worst, although he's really, really good. Last year, you wouldn't know it, but overall, I do think there are opportunities that we have for some of these preseason things that can take advantage. All right, we got the Garland piece. I feel pretty comfortable about the Garland piece, but Kyle Filipowski, kind of who I was talking about, every tall human being that is in the state of Utah at this present time is out from playing basketball today. And yet, Kyle Filipowski is just massively undervalued. Maybe this isn't Oscar Tshiebwe gets a start. Oscar Tshiebwe plays 22 minutes and pisses me off, but like our floor for him already sitting at 23.8. If I put this to 28, which is kind of where your boy is more at, this 23.5 minus 120 just looks nuclear to me. It looks nuclear. I get it. It's Jokic on the other side. He's going to fuck with Filipowski till the cows come home. I don't know what that means, but it's provocative and it elicits a very specific image in your mind. But Nikola Jokic, I'm telling you, this guy is very, very good. And yet you're just going to have Jokic go out there and put up 40, 20, and 10 just for the hell of it. Kyle Filipowski is an awesome PRA play today. I think he's one of the best pick 'em plays that we've got on the board for everything. And I believe it got bumped to 24.5. And I'm not going to say I don't care because I always care. I always want to get the best of the number. But it would take some true motherfuckery has just been sold. There'd be something insane that would have to happen. So yeah, 24.5 is where it sits at now. Obviously, I played him at 23.5 earlier. I think I might go to the points here at 1.03x purely because I get this back up. Well, one, I have exposure to 23.5 everywhere. I probably have like $50 wrapped up in it by now with all the singular plays. And then, I mean, yeah, I should probably bet this straight out too. Mo Bamba. I mean, they haven't rolled them out yet, right? They haven't rolled them out. Mo Bamba. I don't think so. Not like you're developing Mo Bamba. Again, if you're trying to lose basketball games, sure, we could limit these minutes, but like, they don't have to limit minutes to get beat by double digits by Denver. Not saying that Denver's going to blow them out on the second leg of a back-to-back, having played Minnesota on the front end, but like, also, let's look at Denver's strength of schedule recently, because this was pretty interesting to me, actually. I didn't talk about it last night purely because, well, I didn't know how tired I was going to be, but I'm a bitch. I'm a lover. Find it here. Have you seen who Denver has played recently? Minnesota, Oklahoma City, Boston, Golden State, Blazers, at Clippers. This was a cakewalk. Cavs. One game that, like, I mean, my Lord, what a tough stretch of basketball for Denver. This is going to feel like a Swedish massage out there for Nikola Jokic today. Like, it's legitimately going to be incredible for Nikola Jokic to like live his life because he got to know. Oh no, pick 6 is at 23.5 on Filipowski. We'll put pick 6 together then. I do want to find my one pairing for this, and I do think the Filipowski side with the points, obviously, that's further down the line here ever so slightly, but we're getting the 1.06 for it, which, pulling up my lovely Pick'em calculator, 1.06 multiplier, minus 102 there. I think everything's kind of checked the boxes to potentially go. I'll put another 10 on it. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, I'm very much in the Kyle Filipowski plays 28 minutes camp, and even just short of 28 minutes. This is just eternally beautiful. So yeah, there wasn't a lot that was going to keep me off of playing Kyle Filipowski. I don't hate the idea of rebounds down here either, but the Pick'em side is just completely nuked. 7.5 minus 178, more like minus 165. Did send a note to our devs today. They are going to have that updated. It's coming up shortly to be able to have the minus 115 be the baseline as opposed to minus 122 in the tool. And that's going to make my life very, very naughty. It's going to be very, very enjoyable. All right, so we got a Pick'em card in. That makes me feel better. And now, why don't we look at Pick 6, which you can build out in here as well. I'll build it alongside, and we can all just enjoy each other's company, shall we? I saw PrizePicks had Kawhi discounted too, so we'll probably get into that for the Pick'em people as well. Sam Hauser right from the get-go. That's updated too, right? Was Hauser on Underdog? Not there would be the answer. All right. Let's make sure this is updated, because I would like to add this. And by the way, I have this on origination 50-50, market 50-50. This is going to be all the way into our projections. This is going to be all the way into our market-based projections. That is the odd shopper side of things, which is top-down approach to betting. Bottom up, primarily what I focus on night before, using all of my favorite places on planet Earth, and I have been for 5 years of doing that video. Gone pretty well overall, but Trey Johnson, 12.5. I mean, every Washington Wizard is live to play the exact same amount of minutes today, which pretty standard, really. Anybody else catch the Austin Reeves? I know he's just like hanging out with the boys, doing whatever, and I don't know. Austin Reeves, man. You can't say that one. He was about to. He didn't. I don't think the NBA can find him for a word that they guessed he was going to say. That'd be kind of funny if they did, though. Kind of cheering for it now. That'd be hilarious. Actually, definitely not cheering for that. Jokic down to 28.5 points over on Pick 6. That's pretty fascinating to look at. But Peyton Pritchard, somebody brought him up. Yeah, I definitely like the over of 2.5 threes now for Peyton Pritchard. But the problem is there's definitely going to be some tax that we're going to have to pay on such things. So I look at Peyton Pritchard. Oh, only 0.9x, which isn't apocalyptic. Obviously, this is for Underdog specifically. So 0.9x, it's going to be more like the minus 150. I mean, it says it directly on here because it is to the minus 122 baseline. Minus 156, yeah. So obviously, I've resynced and recalibrated this to be for the improvements there. So 10-cent difference if you were to have that same multiplier over on Underdog. Not that we have anything from that game yet. I think it disappeared, did it not? Into the midnight sun. There's some shit. All right. What do we got? Oh my fuck. Vooch. This looks different. Let's see if we updated. We did. We got that updated in 11:23 here for Sam Hauser. So Sam Hauser at 10.5 points looks freaking naughty. Oh, did he just get taken off? Please don't tell me he got taken off. Hope he's still sitting there. A little bit of how's your father? Where'd he go? Did I do something that I wasn't supposed to? It's digging all the way into the origination. I will say, Santos, this is kind of interesting. Now, Draymond Green minutes, because we've had like Draymond, Al Horford not playing back to back. So we've had a lot of, for lack of a better term, crap to deal with Golden State this season. I'd say that their rotations are as predictable as what they've been all year long because, yee, we have the Knights who say, yee, the Brazilian himself has found himself a role. You're shooting 66% from two or whatever it was, 63% effective field goal percentage and 74% at the 10, 75th percentile from three. Yeah, you're going to have a place in the NBA. Plus, his assist percentage isn't nothing. I've definitely taken note of, because there are times where I'm like, oh, if you get Draymond ruled out, one of the things that might be slower moving is like a Guy Santos assist prop. We might have an opportunity to potentially nuke him. And with Pajemski in that starting unit, you're certainly not like doing yourself any favors when they're going to share the floor for their first two stints. But the guy who's really mattered the most is Draymond. So keep that in the back pocket. Something I'm always trying to pay attention to is perspective plays, perspective things that can happen in the future. This is what happens when you do it around the clock every single day, is you're always trying to find out what's that next edge. Where can I beat the market? Where can I be early to the party? Where is it not encapsulating for a change in role? Where is it not encapsulating for a change in minutes? I can't do anything about it here because, again, there's really nothing to mine out. And we're talking about like just absolute floor stuff. But yeah, Al Horford, Draymond Green. Next spot, we get into one of those back-to-backs for Golden State. I don't think they play tomorrow. I haven't started doing anything for tomorrow yet. This is about that time. I usually get lunch and start putting my shit together for it. So just want to point it out. But yeah, we've got ourselves Sam Hauser. I do think that Peyton Pritchard one's kind of playable. Maybe we just do like a Celtic stack of stuff that hasn't been encapsulated on pick 6 yet. I think that's actually a good way to live our lives. So let's add this. Let's add Mr. Hauser, because I do like that. Our projections like that. I really like the 3-pointers too at 2.5. I'm surprised it's only 0.9x, to be honest. I thought that was going to get mega nuked. Derek White, my boy from yesterday. Love you. Long time. That was free. Not seeing a lot else that needs to be prioritized on pick 6 at the moment from that. So maybe it ends up just being those two with a run back. And obviously we're trying to build out 3 pick cards on pick 6 anyway, just because those are going to give you the best payouts and you don't have to think about the purple stuff. Don't think about the purple stuff. Let that be an add-on that lives your life. We want to beat it with the math ahead of time. And the purple stuff is unpredictable. Always helps when you have a bunch of unders in the NFL. That helps for that purple stuff. Real ones know what I'm talking about. Also, I do think this Santos 2.5 assist number on pick 6 makes some sense. We are the Knights who say, "Gee, why are you?" I can't do that one. Guy Santos, 0.25x. It just looks wrong, but there's a 30% boost sitting there waiting in the wings. So we're going to fire that up. I'm going to put 10 on it. $10 max entry. All right. Let's do that. Yeah, this is definitely going to just trounce the market with our stuff. So it's $10 max that they're giving me. I'm not sure if everybody else can get more or less or whatever. I'd put 25 if I could, but 30% NBA winnings boost, 6.3% X. We're going to post that over on Tails for the people. So yeah, add. What you know about parlay? And these combined odds, paying a lot better than that. So your boy, he's titillated. I have tits, Greg. Can you milk me? I'll post this free for all to see. best way to spread Pick 6 cheer is to post it on Tails for all to hear. Or see, because if you could hear it, that'd be fucked up. All right. And 3, 2, 1. Bingo, bongo, bungo. So we absolutely trounced the market for this. I'm feeling extra, extra sexy. Extra sexy. How do you look for king of the court contenders? Lots of different ways. Lots of different ways that I go about it. Obviously, my guy Josh Engelman does a lot of the math-based stuff on that, which is why I haven't really covered it all that much. I'm not sure if he's done it recently, but I have hit 2 of the 4 times that I've actually thrown out a post king of the court. I feel pretty good about that. Not gonna lie. Yeah. $50 max bet safety net on Bet365. Vucic 2 plus 3s at plus 102. Ooh. I mean, there's Charmin, and then whatever Charmin soft is the equivalent of Bet365. I mean, look at these EVs, bro. I mean, this book, you gotta be careful. You need to always keep this book healthy. You need to do everything you can do short of illegal things to keep this book healthy. I'm telling you, just single game parlay some random shit for $10, $20 at a time, like just insane stuff. Like, I very rarely will tell people like how to keep an account healthy because, like, you know, obviously there are certain things, and I'm PrizePicks. I'm limited on PrizePicks, one thing, but like, you will not see better EV at any book. And sometimes these can end up a little bit more stale just because they only update every 5 minutes. They don't have the regular API access to be able to like update in real time, like a DraftKings or a FanDuel where it'll switch over. So you do have to be careful of that. But like, this book is just dumb when it comes to posting lines. Maybe that's because they're overseas and they only care about their football-y or something. I don't know. Maybe they also realize that people are stupid. That's probably the other realization that they have. So if they can have a tool that points them in that direction, they might want to take advantage. But you just got to keep this book healthy. Every single thing you can do, don't care. But let's take a look at that Vooch play for you. Because, I mean, obviously, I like to share it like here just purely because it looks good to me. Jason Tatum. Don't need to apply for that one today. We really got to just be worried about 3-point attempts. That's what we really want per 75. How many attempts are we going to be getting? It's like in the commercials. Yeah, Leprechaun man want to catch the Lucky Charms. Oh, there's little tiny bits stuck right in the cereals. When the kids eat it, they say, oh, this is candy. I'm having fun. 5.2 attempts for 3. 2. You're looking at 40%. What have we kind of seen out of some game logs recently from Vooch as well for 3? Because he's had some weird game logs recently. I always feel like sometimes with 3s, you're trying to pin a tail on a donkey when a guy switches teams. And I mean, these minutes were very obviously limited considering it was a back-to-back. Keep him available for both sides of it here. That's not telling us jack diddly douche squat crap, mother of God. Seen someone saying Tatum could be back this Friday. That would be wild times. Question, I got KBJ 2 plus 3s at plus 190. Looked at most other books at a plus 145 at the time. My question is, do you choose positive EV over your own analysis or what you think will happen? Great question. I'll say this. At the time, the big thing that changed is Giannis is playing. And Giannis surrounds himself by shooters, and I would actually be I don't know if I want to say this because I think he starts still. We've seen Rollins, KPJ, but like the minutes came down a tiny bit here. I don't think Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be playing that corner. Like they're going to have Kevin Porter Jr. probably above the break. Ryan Rollins, pick and roll action if there is any. I mean, Giannis, the main guy you want helping out with that, and probably just ball in his hand, Miles Turner screen. It's always so funny when you have like a little guard setting a screen for 7-foot Giannis and whomever is defending him coming around the corner. Today, best of luck to Sam Hauser and Vooch, although Baylor Shireman probably going to get that lovely opportunity. Hugo Gonzalez also going to get that opportunity. But I look at with KPJ, you're just going to have the usage come down monumentally. And you, for Giannis, just know that everybody's production is going to go down around them. Now, the team got way better. I mean, Boston's only a 2-point favorite here. They were 7.5 at open. And Giannis being ruled in and Jaylen Brown being ruled out, you're taking the best player from one team and removing him, and you're inserting the best player to the other team. Yeah, that's worth at least 5.5 in most situations. So Kevin Porter Jr., as far as his three-point allocation, he really doesn't take a ton of threes for what it's worth. Like, really doesn't, volume-wise. Plus 190, again, you're talking about, I can just type it in and not be a lazy fuck. 34.5% is your break-even number. So he's got to hit that number 34.5% of the time. I mean, I really don't see him even at plus 190 being that guy. I mean, I'd more than likely, just off the top of my head, knowing what I know about Milwaukee and how they play basketball and Kevin Porter Jr., I don't think it's going to be an advantageous number. 32.6% from three, but like the attempts are really not there. 4.4 per 75. It's just not, it's not really what you're going for. You can also split this by team, which I probably should have done for Vooch for what it's worth. KPJ obviously started with the Clippers here as well. I do want to see that with Vooch quick. To revisit that for Pete. All right, here we go. So with Boston right now, we're looking at shooting wise. Do I have to click it for each one of these? You mother effers. There we go. Save default. All right. Shooting the same amount of 3-point attempts per game. It's a little surprising to me because we know how much Boston does it. Oh, well, here's the obvious thing. Duh. He's playing 6 less minutes a game and has the same 3-point attempts. Like, that's pretty wild. So when you ramp that up, we're going to go from like 24 to 27-ish minutes. Again, this is the no ball thing. This is what I enjoy a lot about the stochastic tools. I can kind of co-in. I can kind of play around with my diddly. Probably phrase that better. But it allows for me to get the best baseline of rates in the entire industry and then be able to tweak the minutes. We got them at 29 and change minutes. 3-pointers, pretty flat at 1.6, because again, you got to think of the games that are complete blowouts or injury. And that's why even at 1.6, you got to beat the VIG. You're probably staying away because, well, got to beat the VIG. But at plus 102 and you've got a boost, if you have a real good feeling for that, I have no problem with it whatsoever. The other thing to do is always looking at the matchup. Milwaukee over the course of this season. Oh, don't care about 2015. That's not going to tell us a whole hell of a lot, not going to lie. Oh, yeah. They give up tons of 3-point attempts. I like that. I think the Vooch one is interesting. I think the Vooch one's actually pretty darn interesting, Pete. I think that's good stuff. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? I literally just turn my camera on and start researching and bet stuff with my friends. It's literally what I mean, I could probably improve in a lot of ways, if we're being honest. But I'm too busy doing stuff like, I don't know. Why is it doing that? It's weird. I could improve that. Can you help me improve on that? Clicking wrong buttons and being a dipshit. I'm a dipshit. But I'm good at betting, so that's good. Also, 81 cents of bonus funds. That's probably the most tilting thing ever. Is like when you use like $10, $20 of your bonus funds doing whatever from, some of these. So we've had a lot of the boosts of late. We have the meats. All right. We got the pick 6 card up as well. I didn't show that to anybody, so there's that, but I promise I did it. Guy Santos, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser. We put the 3 of them together now, birds of a feather now. Getting ourselves up to plus 530 for that with the $10 boost. 30% NBA winnings boost. We like boosts. Those are good. Keep your accounts healthy and stuff. So we got that. So we built that one out. We should probably do the PrizePicks Kawhi Leonard one as well, but I feel like doing one more underdog card. Let's take a look at NHL with the Stochastic Props tool. By the way, promo code Lindy15. That's down at the video description box below. If you enjoy these tools as much as I do, I know I'm a tool, but like if you enjoy the tools as well, you have an opportunity. Head on down. Get on down to South Park. We gonna have ourselves a time. Yeah, hit the like button. That would go a long way. Otherwise, they have no idea that I'm actually okay at this. Except for, I will say, Ruby May 10-C2R thinks I could improve. Can't everybody improve at everything? Can't everybody improve at everything? That's a real thing. Also, if I took a shower, that would help me improve. Coffee. What's a free play? Oh, you gave out a free play? Okay. I didn't want to share your stuff if it was going to be gate kept by my dude. Where is he at? I have his VIP because I love JMNLK. He does good things. Oh, here we go. We got ourselves Mason Marchment. Trevor Zegras. I did see that one. I think that one was actually popping in our stuff. Trevor Zegras. Oh, that's his goal. We should probably go to Underdog. This is for Pick'em. What do we got? Christian Dvorak under a point. Daily face-off. This is fun because I get to get re-antiquated with the NHL, which your boy used to be very good at in the DFS streets. But now I'm just going to do whatever our Sims tell us to do because the Sims are smarter than I am. We also have Chandler Stevenson under a point. All right. So the first thing is always, who do these idiots play for? Let's look at Philly. I have something to show you. Oh, here we go. What do we got for Philly? Christian Dvorak. So he's on the first line. I'm assuming he's not on the first power play unit if we're taking under. So there's the first power play unit. He is on the first power play unit. How bad is Philly? How bad is Philly? Are they just horrendous? And they've got an injury up top there, which makes it like even far more certain that that's wild, man. How bad? Last 10 game stats, just show me. He's got 2 goals, 5 assists. Season stats, 12-24. So these guys are good. It's all right. Philly can have bad things. That makes me happy. Stream is not fun today. Why is the stream not fun today? I'm having fun. We're building cards. But people are mean to me. I don't know. We're going to keep building. Dvorak and Stevenson. So we're going to take the Dvorak piece. We're going to add it to another thing that I like in the NBA streets so that we can have more fun. Because the stream isn't fun today, I'm being told. Man, everybody wants to come in and just like rain on my parade at the very end of these streams. So Kevin Durant sitting at 24.5 points. I mean, I obviously like that. We'll put 5 on it quick. That's one of those rapid fire ones. Similar to that Atlanta, we kind of did the 2 separate boxes for each piece of injury news that didn't work out, but then they both worked out and hit anyway because, well, said they were already valued pretty low and efficiently. That's stuff that can happen in your benefit. Plus, Kuminga's played really, really, really well so far. I'm actually curious, just out of the back of my head, how he's looked through 3 games. They've played absolutely nobody, so I don't want to go crazy with it and, say that everything's changed and this is the way that it's going to be going forward. But, like, looking at some of his numbers here so far, 78% true shooting through 3 games, 75.8% effective field goal percentage, 88% at the rim, that's going to regress, 55.6% for 3, that's going to regress. There's no question he has come out like a bat out of hell, or a guy who's happy to not play for Steve Kerr anymore. I'm having fun, Big Lindog. I love you, Parlage. Did I say that? Parlage. Sounds like the guy from, what is that? The guy with the big hammer in Guardians of the Galaxy. Hello. I'm going to do the thing. It's not bad. That's why I overrided both. Not that bad. That's why I overrided both. Cool. Yeah, Z-Grass. You should touch Z-Grass if you have not been outside recently. And Marshman. Here we go. His VIP. Oop. Shared his VIP. Didn't mean to. But I absolutely love you. That's really all I wanted to get down to. You made me money today. Maybe I don't love you tomorrow. That'll change. Probably how people feel about me. But Brandon Przemski, 15.5 points. Another one that I really, really like that I'm going to put 5 on it quick. We got ourselves Brandon Przemski at 15.5 points. This is where we can kind of pull up the market-based side of things, which I can kind of tell you off the top of my head. Steve Kerr sucks. But I know Przemski had routinely been sitting around 16.5 nonstop. And I already liked the 15.5 side. Remember, we only have to beat minus 115 now going forward. Minus 114 currently over at DraftKings, but our true odds have it projected at minus 121. I think this is a really, really, really easy ad with Przemski. And if you guys want to, pair them up together, like say you only wanted to play, the 3-pick version of it, I'm just fine with that. No problem with that whatsoever. Where did that other $5 one go? I know I hit it. In a nice way. I didn't mean to be aggressive, but there it is. All right. It just didn't show up right away. So yeah, we got Dvorak. We got, what is that? Durant points, Przemski points. Let's put a little sandwich together of those two, shall we? This is like our little box version. Przemski, Kevin Durant. I'll pull up Kyle F one more time because I can't quit you. Can't quit you. Put 5 more on it. 6.69x. Nice. We like the sex jokes. Nice. Very nice. I mean, value. More value. Potential value. Filipowski. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 25. We put $35 of cards here together on this card or on this show pretty easily. Went over 100. I've fired up picks already for people earlier. We're going to keep on moving because it's fun to keep betting and to keep finding value wherever we can and to sing songs and not get kicked out of the house by my wife when I'm trying to sleep. But she's the one snoring. She's the one snoring. Sure do. So the line movement is purely because people are really over-exaggerating the blowout. And I get it. Washington is poo-poo. They are big poo-poo pants. But don't forget Jabari Smith's out. Like, that's the thing that isn't being encapsulated that I want people to remember. And again, the line opens with a lot of that, in essence, to be factored in with all of that. But the movement against it isn't crazy surprising. And I'm not betting him. I was joking around about it because he's from DC and whatever. But Jabari Smith is all usage. Like 17.6%, highest he's had now in 3 years. And Reed Shepherd, sure, brings this to the table, but Dad, it's like Walt Jr. Let's see. I mean, what am I doing here? What are we actually doing with our lives today? Points plus rebounds for Tari Eason. It's a Boulevard tool. One, two, three, four, five. I don't think there's going to be a lot of Eason value. If anything, I'd be looking at rebounds. Eason is a massive rebounder. Again, our data, our models do a lot better job than I'm going to. So I choose to generally share some of the surface stuff so you have an idea of where we're going. But he's a really good rebounding three. 6'8", 215 will do that too. I mean, this starting lineup, 6'7", Amin Thompson, point guard. It's now shorter with, Reed Shepherd's my height. Used to be 185. And I started streaming and eating potato chips for the first time in my life. True story. Never really ate potato chips until I was like 30. Let's see. It's just quick and easy food, but I never feel like running after I eat them, which is maybe a problem. Anyway, 39.7% for three for him here. Estimated plus minus. Whoop! We had some improvement. Also, he finally got an opportunity to shine. Look at his estimated plus minus over the course of this season. Just really, really good stuff from Reed Shepherd in general. Just keep doing it, man. A lot better piece for this team than Jalen Green, I can tell you that much. But yeah. Tari Eason, 1.5 assists. I have played that a couple of times this season. I know. I could go back and look. I know we've betted at least once. Oh, that got nuked over here. So yeah, let's see where Tari is it on Odd Chopper. Isn't this fun to be able to swap along all the different tools in all the land? And again, Pajemski, I really do like that points prop for him. We're going Tari Eason. Oh, God. Oh, God. What'd I miss? Nothing, just lots of stuff. Ooh, we're starting to get the Denver stuff. Again, injury report. Spencer Jones out. Here we go. Anything surprising coming? Anything surprising coming? That is the question. Spencer Jones, Cam Johnson. I mean, Cam Johnson, I think we could all assume was going to be out there. Jalen Pickett. Telling you, man. Kyle Filipowski. By default. Unless they dust Mo Bamba off, I mean, that will just send me to the bottle. It really will. It will send me to the bottle. I parlayed his threes and KD over 24.5. Yeah, 24.5 looks nice on Pick'em for Underdog right now. Again, from a market-based approach now, it looks pretty good. And I added him on a pick 6 card already. So if you're in the premium Discord, you probably already knew where we were at with that. I forgot all about Garland. We need Garland added to some of this. Is he still at 7.5? Sure is. All right, let's box this in with Pajemski for a quick 5 on it. Why is this? Oh, it's getting nuked because they're the same game. So we're going to do that with Durant. I'm a liar. To 40. Again, yesterday was so beautiful, was it not? I thought it was pretty beautiful. All right, we got ourselves. Yeah, this is probably going to get started here in a second. I say we sweat Jameson Tyon's first inning together, shall we? God, it's so hot to see that. Oh, so turned on. He only has 2 strikeouts so far in spring training. Obviously, taking on Cincinnati and like what we're getting here out of McLean, De La Cruz, Stewart, Steer. Like how I remember that off the top of my head. Will Benson. There are strikeouts to be had here. But at 2.5, I have to do it because it's Jameson Taillon. I just have to. I don't have a choice. I've been instructed by God as somebody who must. I guess about to rule everyone out. No, they just ruled out Jones expected, Cam Johnson expected. I just was hoping we were going to get something unexpected because it's fun to get unexpected news that we can react to on this. Obviously, it also helps when we're able to just fire up everything here. McKinnon, while the number isn't as appealing, is still viable on the 1.5 points. I don't know how I feel about 1.5 spots. What's up, Opcha? Yeah, let's get some great slips. That sounds beautiful to me, doesn't it? Well, Junior, you're a madman. LOL, funny as fuck. Yeah. But Dad, I was going to say, I'm not going to do it with an accent on it because that's just absurd. And grew up around a kid that one of the best human beings I've ever met was cerebral palsy. Makes me happy that they like exacto casted Walt Jr. as that one too. Beats, what's her face? Anna Gunn. Ugh. Boy, not great. But best show of all time, Breaking Bad, no question about it. And Walt Jr. is just fantastic in it. So I'm not going to lean into that. But yeah, but he always says, but Dad, that's what I was thinking of. What else we got? Any double plays? Yeah, we can take a look at some doubles as well. I thought Alfred Şengün actually looked pretty appealing. I bet it's over 9.5 rebounds because who the hell is rebounding on Washington today for the 28 minutes minimum we get of Alfred Şengün? Nobody? That's probably the correct answer. Nobody. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. Tarisin plus 400 is actually somewhat interesting, even just from an eyeball perspective. When you look at the rest of the market, we're probably not going to do it when it's all said and done, but just want to point out that there's a part of me. But yeah, Alperen Şengün, his minus 125 here. Obviously, you get the outs of the assists, which in a very, very rare instance. I think I brought it up on a show one time this season where I liked Alperen Şengün for double-double, and I was like, oh, just take the free piece of it or whatever. And somebody commented under, and they're just like, I took his rebounds for like 10 cents less. And then he covered with the assists and didn't get there with the rebounds. And that was fun. That was fun. Tried to explain it. He didn't like that. But the rebounds for Alperen Şengün, minus 105, I think, where we locked it in at. I could go look, but I'm being lazy. Says the guy who's doing an hour-plus long stream that apparently some people are having fun on. Oh, no. The one person. Alperen Şengün, minus 108. Yeah, so still sitting in a very realm of playable there. Actually playable over on the PrizePicks side. Again, I know that edge is going to look a little bit worse there. That is purely market-based perspective here, True Odds. You are trying to carve off your small edges, trying to carve off from a market-based perspective what to fire up. I will say also Kevin Durant under 5.5 rebounds, something I have stared at for Pick'em all the live long day. Give me PrizePicks. Give it to Daddy. Dude, 5.5 minus 112. Bet365 doesn't even try sometimes. actually insane to me. But you want to know the one double-double that I think was at the top of my sheet? Let me double check. Let me do this while this is updating. And I was actually going to potentially make it a Duke's Nuke. I haven't done a Duke's Nuke in a hot second. And Duke likes to nuke. All right. Yeah. Still looking okay. Still looking okay. We might have to do this together. So Underdog in the double-double market, and when you take some of the alt numbers and go to the tippy top, they're going to beat the market everywhere. Clint Capella, if you think that Houston destroys Washington and you're like, fuck it, Eric's an idiot, I don't want to play Kevin Durant, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, you should play the Houston spread with Clint Capella to double-double. 1680 and then 1446, but again, that was a dark year for everybody involved. Bubonic plague, maybe a thing, but 1446, not too bad over in the pick'em side here on Underdog. Outperforming soft ass Charmin, Bet365, Caesars, FanDuel, Sharper Book. I think Clint Capella is a actual viable play. Now, this is also coming from a dude who bet Tristan Vucevic to double-double this morning because Anthony Hill, he's questionable too. We don't even know if he plays. We don't even know if they can have a center. Now, Julian Reese did get called up to the team, so there's a chance Julian Reese plays 30 minutes today, which would be maybe the funniest thing ever. Will Riley, I guess, could play some 5. It's not like Durant, Şengün. Şengün played the 4 alongside Steven Adams before his injury. It's Alperen Şengün, not the Lord's most. I mean, he looks thick in the backside, but overall, Şengün, not somebody that's gonna kill you if you're. I mean, Washington's not trying to win. That's the point. Washington's not trying to win. They don't care about winning basketball games, but you have to put a functional, height-wise team together. Unless you're Memphis, they don't play by the rules either. But if Anthony Hill is out for this one, I'm just telling you, Julian Reese is going to play a boatload of minutes by default. Justin Champagnie probably off the bench plays more than 21, probably closer to 23-ish minutes. But overall, man alive, I did play that Kevin Durant one with this Garland. Yeah, I already played that. Good. Just double checking. Keeping it all together now. Birds of a feather now. But we talked about Easton there. Washington. Nothing like talking about Washington. But Clint Capella, man, I think you could do worse than plus 1680 on Clint Capella, especially if you attach it to the Houston spread, because a lot of outcomes where he goes for a double-double, you are very much you don't have to attach it. You really don't. But a lot of times that just means that they completely drop kick their faces off. And you get a lot more minutes for him here. And with Jabari Smith out as well, it just creates a very clean path where if they're up 25, 26, you get fourth quarter of Clint Capella. The guy still rebounds a basketball. He's a great defender this season, too, for what it's worth. But, yeah, best offensive rebounder. He's like Drummond on the offensive boards. Decent enough defensive rebounder for a center. Pretty good. Pretty darn good across the board. Not a bad situation. He's so bad offensively. But, again, against Washington and playing a bunch of guys that are not centers, just not. I'm going to give you the crazy one. I'm giving you the crazy one. Clint Capella, double-double, makes some actual damn sense today. We said 95 people watching live there on the YouTubes for the live stream. Again, usually around 1,000 people watching this. That's beautiful. Oh, Chicago just getting lit up early here. Or no, Chicago doing the lighting up of Mr. Brady Singer, who, boy, he sucks at times. Looks like he's walking everybody. Dylan Carlson's on the Cubs now. The more you know. Oh, that's good. Dude, do you guys know how good Ballesteros is going to be this year? Ballesteros is going to be sex. Sex. I'm grumpy on the under Capella rebounds. Hey, I'm not saying, here's the thing. I'm coming up with a very specific game script. So that's why I'm saying attach the spread to it, because the way that under doesn't come to fruition is this game is a 25-point game in the fourth quarter. And Clint Capella just goes ballistic against a bunch of 6'7" dudes. I feel like some books have weaknesses in live bets. Do you have a strategy for approaching live bets? I absolutely do. There's a couple of different things that you can find on the interwebs that can be helpful for you, but something that I do a lot of is I compare books. I simply have all the books sitting up there, and you've got an iPad, you've got a laptop, you've got a desktop, you've got your phone, you've got a lot of device inability to hit a few buttons. My point is that you're comparing all of the odds constantly. You're going to find outliers at timeouts during the NBA. You're going to find outliers. Now, I can't post about all of them. I can't take advantage of all of them for everybody in a premium Discord, but I can promise you, we have built tools over at OddsShopper that can help you do certain things. So if you guys are looking at OddsShopper down below, Lindy 15 as well, we've got ARBs. We've got a lot of opportunities for you to be able to have multiple devices up, to have multiple ways of betting and, trying to carve out some of those profits. We've got ARBs only, low hold, pre-game, in-game betting available here at OddsShopper, which is a great opportunity. I don't know what Udinese Total Corners is. I know Ben Raza does because he's a psychopath, but, all I know is that you can have multiple books pulled up and have the opportunity to get some of these ARBs down. Now, you want to be careful because if you're not able to do them at the same time, clicking the button at the same time, you can run into some issues. And we really don't want to do, I don't want to do any live ARB content of any kind, but I can say this. It's very profitable to do it if you know what you're doing, if you know what you're looking for. And obviously, those are in-game ARBs. Those ones are really tough to get down in soccer because you're going to have things moving every so many times. So a lot of times I'm looking for, if there's an outlier book where I could potentially jump on one side of it that just, based on what I know about game flow in soccer, taking advantage of some of those. Done a pretty good job with that on Kalshi. Again, I don't know how to share some of this content, but I'm always working on it and always trying to develop how to be better, which is, I guess, one of those things that, Kalshi's pretty soft at live betting. Very much so. It's great. It's a new age. We are in a new world, friends. Obviously, I live bet the other day on Kalshi. Well, it wasn't the other day. It was yesterday. Echeverria. He was going into the bear trap, Shane Lowry was. And I'm like, well, a water ball probably flips the odds in a big way. And Shane Lowry hit two of them. 16 and 17, double. So turned $10 into 209 over there. So those are the kind of things. I can't give you a hard and fast rule for it, but I can tell you that there's a lot of great stuff over at OddsShopper that can help you find some angles for live betting, help you in those departments. And obviously we're developing tools all the time based on what we find to be effective, what we're finding for edges and helping you stay ahead of the game. Because now with bots on Kalshi and other things too, there's just going to be constant times that we've got to innovate. We've got to be bigger than, finding edges these days. And I'm going to utilize this later. So if you're in the premium Discord, we'll fire that one up later. Find ourselves at least $25 to put money on it. But to recap for the people, we just did 75 minutes of streaming. Really like the Durant 24.5 here for the Pick'em Streets. Pajemski 16.5 points for him. And Kyle Filipowski, 23.5 is where we were able to get it earlier. I got to scroll all the way down. There we go. We have that with Shireman. That is just going to look nuclear in terms of CLV. So we got Shireman, Kyle Filipowski. Everything looks pretty darn saucy there. We got this Ristolainen fellow. That's going to be coming up a little bit later in the program. That was over on the Stochastic Prop Tool. And then a couple of others that we found combinations for. We got Tyon. Oh, yeah, we're going to live sweat this if that inning ever ends. Nope, Brady Singer sucks too much. So I'm going to have to live sweat this on my own. On my own. Bet you didn't think we were going to end with Les Mis. Lindy, any interest getting into the Premier League, Champions League streets? I've been able to find some good edges. I'd love to. Hit me up. if you want, you can DM me. If you DM me over on X or tag me in something, I guess I'm still alive over here living my life, but at Eric Lindquist, I promise I respond. If I see it right away, of course. A lot of people just hanging out. Yeah. Please, Corey Seager, don't hit a bomb. Let's actually see if Texas, did they have an at-bat yet? Oh, at the plate. We are going to get the at-bat. Just don't hit a homer. I will just end the stream if you hit a home run, Corey Seager. Because I will be so mad. We're on the under of his 6.5 fantasy score. Got some CLV on that, for what it's worth. What? Love you, John. There's value on over 24.5. Ryan Rollins, PRA. I'll take a look at that here on the way out, but we're going to watch this at bat. So we need Corey Seager to not do anything against reverse splits Slade Ciccone. Didn't expect to be talking reverse splits when I woke up this morning. And why did Nickelback just go in my head? Felt like shit when I woke up this morning. Can we get the old IBS? Can we do the thing? Can we do the thing? Send the alarm. Sound the alarm. That's going to be so tilting this year when a guy just is way off and ruins, and you're going to want it later in the game. Oh my God. Don't walk him. Don't walk him. Walks are worth 3 on Underdog. Runs worth 2. So, I mean, that only gets you to 5, but just don't walk him. Oh, please don't. Guys, 1 in 4 taxpayers was a victim of identity theft. Noonan. Straight 3. We're out of here, my friends. That does it for another edition of Live with Lindy. I should know the name of the fucking show. That'd be great. Live with Lindy, friends. Once MLB show. Can we try a live bet live stream? Oh, yes, we will. Oh, yes, we will. Don't you worry your sweet Bippy. We got ourselves more things coming. More things coming. What, J Metal K? What? Daddy's here to make money, and Daddy has to go. Anyway, I'm not going to call myself Daddy. Still a month away. Friends, this was fantastic, per usual. Don't forget, we got tons of great tools for you. If I could just get myself to hold off. There we go. Promo code second half, 50% off a month. $25 to jump into the Lindy and Friends Discord, where we're doing this all the live long day. Trust me, I'm just hanging out in the streets. Or in this case, my back office. Want to bet with my friends? It's fun to do hood rat stuff with my friends. 50% off a month. Promo code second half. Should be at the link right down below. Less than $1 a day keeps the doctor away. Or, I don't know. I'm going to go now. Thanks, Corey Seager. Do that one more time. Slade Ciccone. Later, everybody. Later, OB. Love you all. I should end this stream now, huh? Yeah. Bye.